here I am, riding around in Dallas, Texas. It's early morning traffic going into Dallas. It looks like rush hour traffic to me. I just have to assume that's what it is, because there's a lot of it. But today I'll be doing some running around really quickly. I've only got like 12 hours here, so I don't have a lot of time. And I thought I might stop off to see a couple of interesting things and do a couple of interesting things as much as I can in the short time that I have. So hang around with me if you like. Don't forget to give me a like. And my peeps, I'm standing in a very historic spot for the United States. I'm standing in Dallas in Dealey Plaza. Dealey Plaza is right there. And Dealey Plaza is a famous place that everybody knows in Dallas, of course. This is the area where JFK was assassinated back in 1963. Now, back there is the book conservatory behind those trees. Now, of course, those trees weren't there back then because that was 1963, a long time ago, right? So the first shot rang out. The first shot rang out where? And it was right there with X marks the spot, where the first shot rang out that struck the motorcade. Didn't actually struck, I think it struck somebody in the motorcade. You can probably Google that and find out who it was. But that's where the first bullet hit the motorcade. Down here is where the second bullet hit the motorcade. Right here is where the second bullet hit the motorcade from that book conservatory window up there. Lee Harvey Oswald, obviously up in that book conservatory window, shot the president from that window up there, straight over here, and the final shot struck him right where the X marks the spot. And that's unfortunately where he lost his life, of course. Everybody knows that story. It's been going on for a long time. And there are some conspiracy theories behind that story as well. So having said that, this is the actual spot that Zapruder was standing when he took the famous film of JFK's motorcade coming down here and JFK being assassinated right in that spot right there. He was standing right on top of this pillar while he was taking the video from the book conservatory right there straight down here where unfortunately JFK was assassinated here in Dealey Plaza. And I'm standing on top of the Grassy Knoll right now. Now we all know there are loads of conspiracy theories out there, and one of the conspiracy theories is that there was another shooter, and the shooter was behind this fence. And from behind this fence he had a clear vantage point of where JFK was, and there's the X on the spot on the road down there. And Zapruder was standing right there on that pillar, was taking the film, and they say that because of the angle of the shot that it's totally plausible that there was a second shooter that was standing here that shot JFK as the motorcade was going by. And Lee Harvey Oswald was framed, and that's a big story that everybody knows about, and you can always read about in Google and all that other stuff. You know, there's a lot of talk about that stuff, and a lot of films about that stuff as well that you can search. I'll see if I can find some links. But this is actually where it was here in Dealey Plaza. Pretty awesome. A lot of history. Alright, so I happened to run across a really cool guy who gave me a lot of great information. John here has been a guide here in Dealey Plaza for how many years? For 20 years. He's been walking through here with tourists and foreigners and other people alike, telling them all about what he knows about here, and he knows everything about this place. It's amazing the amount of things that he knows. But he's here quite often. If you do find him, he's a plethora of information. Like some of the information that he told me recently. Of course, I'm standing here beside the book conservatory again, and you know, Lee Harvey Oswald actually worked inside this building at the time. I didn't actually know that. He got a job a few days before. And another interesting fact that I kind of like, that this view that you see here has been kept in the same state as it has been in 1963, aside from that big glass building. But this is the very last thing that JFK seen before he got assassinated, and it's been kept in pristine condition exactly that same way for that reason. So it's pretty good information, right? I like it. John, I got to thank you for all the information that you've given me that I was able to share.
Appreciate it.
If you like the content so far, put a like, put a subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. It always helps the channel, just like, you know how YouTube works, right? Everybody knows now. You know, and leave a comment. Say something to me. Maybe ask me a question, or, you know, suggest something, or correct me if I'm wrong. I'd appreciate that as well. And it's because of the things that people say to me. And that's the reason why I do this, because I think it's awesome. I love sharing. It's fun.